Hey guys, so the Frost macro did pretty good, and I've also been getting some requests for the Unholy version, so I'm going to go ahead and give you guys the Unholy version of the macros. I'm going to run through each of my abilities here, I'll tell you which key they're on, and I'll tell you the macro, or I'll show you the macro. All the macros will be in my Discord in the link below in the description. Okay, let's start it out here. So we'll start on Q. Q is it's raise dead, but it also functions as a pet attack macro. So if I press Q, it'll send my pet to attack, but if it's already dead, it'll just resummon it. Number 1 is my Outbreak. It's a shift focus macro. So if I press 1, it'll outbreak my current target, like see this target. But if I have a focus target set, I press shift 1, it'll put it on my focus target. Next thing we have here is E, Deathstrike, no macro. 2, Death Coil, no macro. Okay, my Death Grip is the same as Frost. It's a shift focus macro. So the same thing. So see that? It grips my focus target if I hold shift R. But if I just press R, it'll just grip my normal target. Festering Strike is on 3. No macro for this. Mind Freeze. Shift S is focus Mind Freeze. S is normal Mind Freeze. Again, it's just a shift focus macro. I'll show you the macro. So you're going to notice a lot of similarities here though between this and my Frost guide. Okay, the next thing we have here is Clawing Shadows. I have it on my 4 key. Chains of Ice is on my C key, but it's also, where is it? It's a at cursor macro, okay? So wherever my cursor is, it'll put a Chains of Ice on. Chains of Ice there, Chains of Ice there, Chains of Ice there. So I don't have to change the target. But if I have a target, my mouse isn't on anything, it'll just hit my normal target. Okay, the next thing here is this, number 5. So if I don't have a pet already, it summons a pet, but if I do have a pet, it's Dark Transformation. So it's a multi-use keybind, okay? It's 2 abilities in 1, so it's just saves you a space essentially. My Asphyxiate is on my F key, and then again it's just another focus macro. So it's just a shift focus. These are basically all the exact same as my Frost keybinds, by the way, if you guys watched that video. I like to keep the keybinds the same between the specs for consistency, right? That way it's easy to transition from one spec to the next. But yeah, it's just a shift focus. Unholy Assault, shift 2, no focus macro, just on my shift 2 key. Gnaw. G is a gnaw macro, okay? If I hold shift, it'll focus my focus target, right? You see the consistency? Right? All I use is focus target macros, if you didn't notice yet. So shift G gnaws the focus target, and G will gnaw the normal target. Shift 3 is my Abomination Limb. Icebound Fortitude is T. Apocalypse. So it's kind of like a one-shot macro, essentially. All it is though currently is Apocalypse and Blood Fury, but you could also throw your PvP trinket in there. If I played, honestly I'll throw it in there right now. But yeah, this is just my one-shot Apocalypse macro. Shift W is my Epidemic. X is my Anti-Magic Shell. Shift C is my Zone, and it's also a macro. Okay, it's an at cursor macro. So look, I don't have to click. I just push it and it uses it. All right. Same as my Frost, right? Exact same as my Frost. The next thing I have here is V. So this is, you can't see it right now, but it's actually my Dark Sim macro. Where is it? Right here. So it's the same as everything else, right? It's the exact same as everything else. So it's just a, if I don't have a focus target, it'll hit it, and if I hold Shift V, it'll hit my focus target. Like, all you really need is focus target macros, unless you have like a Razor Naga or something that has Arena 1, that you can have like a 1, 2, 3 for everything, then it's good, but it's definitely not needed, you know? It is not needed to have a gaming mouse. The next thing here we have is Death's Advance. There's no macro there, it's just a normal key on my Shift E button. Death and Decay is a macro, Shift X. Just an at cursor macro, see? Just an at cursor macro, the exact same as the Zone. Unholy Blight is left mouse button forward. My Pet Kick is left mouse button down. This is, I don't know, oh, this is A-Bomb, okay. A-bomb is shift mouse right button forward. It's just another, it's an at cursor macro for my A-bomb as well. Can't show you because war mode's off, but it's just an at cursor, like the same as my zone and the same as the death and decay. The next one we have here is my trinket. I'll show you how this works. It's just use 13, okay? So if I trade out the trinket, it'll just replace it with the next trinket. And you don't have to drag the trinket on your bar, right? Like, look, I'll swap it. Oh, I can't do that while in combat, but whatever. But yeah, it's just a one use for all trinkets. So you just use this macro and put it in the slot, and then whatever trinket is in this slot right there, it'll use that. So you don't have to change your macro over and over, or change your keybind at all, really. The next thing we have here is my Lichborne heal macro. So it uses Lichborne, and if you have runic power, it heals you. So like, look at my health, look at my health. So I use the Lichborne, boom, heals me. Press it again, heals me again. And it just keeps spamming death coils at yourself. It's just like a self-heal, right? It keeps spamming death coils at yourself. You can also use the Lichborne before a polymorph hits you or something to make sure the poly doesn't actually get you. Okay, the next thing on my bar here is my focus leap, okay? All of this is my pet leap. Look, so if I have a focus target, set this my focus. Like, it's the exact same as every other macro. You seeing the pattern here? Look, so my pet transform. If I press control mouse button down, boom, pet kicks my focus target. So that's how I handle my pet kicks. The next button we have here is my pet move macro. It's Shift D. So in order to be able to pet kick, you have to be able to move your pet, right? So Shift D is my pet move macro, and Alt 1 is my pet follow macro. So I can move the pet wherever, bring it back. And there's that. Alt 3 is my Soul Reaper keybind. It's nothing special there. Nothing special here. The only macro that I have left on the bar here is my Sacrificial Pact. It's actually not a macro for Unholy. It's not even a macro, it's just the ability. So in Frost I would use a macro for it, but I already have 2 buttons to summon my pet for Unholy, so it's just it's literally just a Sacrificial Pact. And that's everything. That's everything. All this is just nothing that matters. This is just, yeah, this is not, well, I have one macro here to dismiss your pet, okay? This is the final macro that you could use. That's important, kind of. So sometimes you want to dismiss your pet so you can resummon it if it's in a bad position, so you can make it just a simple pet dismiss macro. But yeah, that's everything for this. There's nothing that crazy, right? Like, it's basically the same as my Frost video, but a lot of people wanted to see this, so I used these same keybinds that you're looking at right now to get 3,000 rated last season, so these are definitely efficient and work. I'm not saying there's no possible better way, but like, without a Razor Naga, this is a pretty effective solution, I would say, to every problem you can have. But yeah, thanks for watching, everybody, and I appreciate it. I'll see you next time. Peace.